Hey y'all, it's TxStampin Sharon. I have a little bit of a froggy voice today, but we are here to do Mystery Monday. It is Monday, November the 8th. It is 4 p.m. I'm not going to be able to do a lot of talking, so thank goodness, mystery stamping, you can see the clues. I want to welcome everyone who has already joined. And I'm so excited that y'all are here. Even though I may sound terrible, I hope that you love your card. As you know, with Mystery Monday, I give you clues to make a card. The whole point is for it to inspire you to use the supplies that you have at home, and perhaps some that you haven't used in a while, or that designer series paper that you just don't want to cut up. I give you clues to cut that paper and use it to make a card. And of course, after you make your card, I always encourage you to send that card. Okay? All right, I see quite a few of us are joining in the chat box. And I see Margaret, who has had trouble getting the first clue every Sunday. And Margaret, it looks like you're good now, so fingers crossed. I just checked my email system and it looks like you got back in. So if you're not getting that first clue via email on Sunday prior to Mystery Monday, let me know. You can contact me below the video. You can contact me through my blog. You can send me a message on Facebook Messenger. We want to get you that first clue so that you're all ready to participate with us on Monday. So, okay. Well, hello, Michelle. You're from Weatherford, Texas. I'm in Kyle, Texas, which is south of Austin, and we have started, so no, I don't sound well, Margaret. My little grandson has a cold, and he and I now have that cold together. And I'm supposed to leave on Wednesday to go on a retreat with the Creative 8 team. We're watching the on stage that Stampin' Up! Is starting on Thursday. We're watching it together, so I'm like, I have to feel better. Oh, thank you, Johnny. It's just one of those things. The weather changes and viruses come and go, don't they? Oh, Jane is also under the weather a little bit, was positive for COVID. Oh no, I'm so sorry. Mine is not COVID. Mine is just the good old fashioned cold. When you look at my grandson, you know what we have. I just got a dose of emergency elderberry berries. I mean, my kids are loading me up with stuff so that I can feel better and be able to share with you guys. So thank you so much. I need to sip on whiskey and honey, says Mary Yates. Okay, I'll try that. Haven't done that yet. I don't know if I have any whiskey. I don't know. Thank you, Margot. Thank you, Margaret. I appreciate that. I don't want to be sick. I want to travel and have fun with my friends. So I'm going to flip the camera around and we're going to get started. Like I said, I'm not going to do a whole lot of talking. I am going to turn on this light though, a little bit more light. So we're going to get started and everybody is ready to make their card, right? Okay. Okay, so speaking of cards for kids, if you are participating in the Cards for Kids campaign, I just want to talk to you briefly. You see how cute these little adorable twins are? They're different. And when twins get a birthday card or an invitation, well, more like a birthday card, whenever they get a card, they need to have different cards because you don't want to stamp the same card for two little girls who are going to show them to each other. Look at my card, look at my card. The same concept is true with the Cards for Kids. We really want to stress to you all who are participating in the Cards for Kids campaign that you make your cards a little different. just like these little twin girls. They're a little different, okay? You can use the same stamp set, but try to use maybe different paper, a different greeting, a different sentiment. We want to keep those greetings and sentiments positive. Yes, these kids are sick, but we don't want to say, sorry you're sick, hope you feel better. We just want to keep it a bright, fun, cheery card for these kids so that it just brightens their day, okay? We have extended the Cards for Kids campaign through December because everyone's busy making their Christmas cards, getting ready for the holidays. So you have through the end of December to get your cards to Renee. She'll start organizing those and getting them to the Cards for Kids organization in January. So just wanted to point that out to you. If you need the download for the guidelines, and just read those guidelines. Everything I have said is in the guidelines. You can go to my blog and under shop, I know it sounds funny, but under shop and under tutorials, you can find the Cards for Kids, and you'll see this logo, Cards for Kids guideline, and you can download that for free so that you have all of the guidelines and where to send those cards to Renee, her address, okay? Okay, so thank you, Kayleen. We will appreciate getting your cards. Brenda says, one hot toddy works well. Okay, all right. Because you know I don't want to have total laryngitis. That is just not my thing. I want to be able to talk and laugh. So the first clue is always emailed out on Sunday at 3 p.m. Central. If you're not on my newsletter list, I did put in the chat box how to sign up for my newsletter list. You can also go underneath today's video and find that link as well. And then once you get on my newsletter list, you will get that first clue emailed to you every Sunday. Thank you, Linda. I hope I get better soon too. All right, so on clue number 2, I want you to use the embossing folder and emboss the basic white layer that measures 3 inches by 4 inches with the embossing folder and die cutting machine. I think some of y'all tried to guess what today's clue was and how your card was going to be, and some of you may have stamped on that. We're not stamping on that piece of basic white. We are embossing it. When you have completed clue number 2, type done 2. Oh, thank you, Barsha. My nail guy loves to come up with new glittery colors for me, and he actually mixed 2 colors to give me this one today. So, oh, Kayleen, you're just listening today. You're not making your card. And that's okay. When you guys watch mystery stamping, I totally approve of you watching it all the way through, being inspired by the end result, and then going and making your card. You're so welcome, Joellen, for persevering to do Mystery Monday. Yeah, I had my doubts this morning because I had really no voice, and I was like, how am I going to do it? How am I going to do it? I don't even know sign language. Mary 8 says, Mom used to send whiskey and honey in a baby food jar to sip on when I was in the 3rd grade in Catholic school. Whoa, you got to be kidding. In school? Oh, no, you could never do that now. That's too funny. Has anybody ever taken elderberry syrup? I know my kids swear by that, and I've never taken it before, but my daughter had some elderberry gummies, so I just had those. I had lots of stuff before I went live so that my voice would stay with me so I can get through Mystery Monday. Oh dear, Mary, I am so sorry that you've had kidney stones. That is so painful. You just take care of yourself. Okay, Lane, I understand. That time zone, we changed our times, and I'm still thrown off by that. My body and my dogs think that it's still on the old time. And, you know, when you look at the clock and you go, it's 8 o'clock, I'm going to bed. Of course, I don't feel well, so that's why. That's another reason. But my dogs think it's time to eat at 4 o'clock instead of 5. So it's been fun around here. Yay, Denise and Dallas and Vicky are here. I'm so glad. Joanne says, I've heard that elderberry is the best thing to take. Well, I am on it, and so I hope that it helps me. Oh, good. Vicky says the same thing. Elderberry is very good. Okay. All right, I'm starting to see some dones with 2. Those little gummies were pretty tasty. I wonder how often I can have them. Well, hello, Kathy from Brisbane, Queensland, Australia. This is the first time you've managed to catch me live. Yay, I'm so glad you're here, and I'm thrilled that you love my channel. I'm sorry that I sound a little froggy today, but I do have a cold. But I'm glad you're here. I know, Mary Youngblood, that's the great thing about Arizona. No time change. We lived there for 6 years. And we've been back in Texas for 2 now, or almost 2. And it's hard. I admit, why can't we all just not change our clocks? Come on. Time zones are already complicated enough, much less to change the time. So, yeah. All right. I think Jane says her dog is also confused. Yeah, see, Joanie? I mean, our dogs know. Their stomachs is a clock. They know. Okay, Barbie says 1 drop each lemon, frankincense, peppermint, and lavender, plus a spoonful of honey is especially good for a cough. I tried it and it works. Okay, I think I have everything. I'll have to double check the frankincense, but I think I have everything else. Vicky says elderberry is really good, especially for colds. I don't care anything about the wine, but elderberry wine is good and helped me through colds in the past. Oh, I didn't know they had, well, I guess they would have an elderberry wine. Clue number 3, adhere the embossed basic white to the colored cardstock that measures 3 1/4 by 4 1/4 with adhesive. Virginia and Sarah Hodgkins. Our cat doesn't care what time it is. She just wants to eat. Yeah, cats are like that, aren't they? Vicky says probiotics help too. Yes, I've started taking probiotics. I've actually been taking those for a couple of months. And I took emergency right before I went live. So yeah, I'm good. I'm on the right track, I think. Yeah, Kayleen, you're lucky that y'all don't change time zones because it's awful. Our clocks and our bodies and the babies, you know, the babies wake up early and they're cranky. They want to go to bed early. It's just, ugh, it's awful. That 1 hour makes such a big difference. All right, when you're done with clue number 3, type done 3. Oh, Virginia, she says she's on the wrong channel. That's okay. We're just glad you're here. Oh, Mary's cat has a self-feeding gravity bowl. He eats and drinks when he wants to. That's perfect. That's perfect. Pam says I use Sambuca's elderberry syrup or gummies, zinc, vitamin D, and B complex. Okay. All right, I think you guys are done with 3. Well, hello, Annie. Did you see what clue number 3 was? I want you to adhere that embossed basic white layer to the colored cardstock layer, and then that way you'll be caught up with us, okay? Clue number 4. Before you adhere the designer series paper, if you want, remember that you can emboss that designer series paper too before you add it to your card base. So right now we've got that 4 inches by 5 1/4 piece of designer series paper. If you want to emboss it like we have done in the past, you can. And then we're going to add it to our card base with adhesive. It can't be, oh, I agree. It cannot be good for our rhythm, Mary. Just all this changing. Yeah, I agree. Gail says, could not see it, but my embossing folder had ink on it. Haven't used it for a year. Oh, wow. You know, that ink does not dry on that plastic. And after a year, I would have thought it would have dried. Oh, Gail, that's too funny. So when you're done with clue number 4, type done for. Joe says, I can't see anything. My screen is stuck on clue. Will you show what you're doing? Joe, try to go out and come back in. I still have clue number 4 up. Yes, Vicky, that was Sambuca. Yeah, I know. How do you spell that? Sambuca. I know what you're talking about. Luan says, yes, I've used elderberry extract and it is great. I had a doctor tell me it's better than over-the-counter meds for colds, sore throats. That doctor stated is all it takes is about 1/4 of a teaspoon. Wow, that's not much. Yay, you guys are giving me thumbs up and you shared it. Thank you, Kim. Yes, invite your friends to do mystery stamping. Any crafter anywhere can do mystery stamping with us. Everyone's invited. It's something I do for free. We do it every Monday. Linda says, done for. I already had glued it on when you said I could emboss it. Oh, I got to thinking about it. I was like, hey, on mystery stamping, we have embossed that designer series paper and you already embossed your basic white layer, so you can emboss that designer series paper. Kim Crane says she's just watching because we aren't home yet from shopping. Well, shopping is fun. Diane Lockwood says that California voted to end the time change back in 2018 and they haven't done it yet. Why? Why? Probably because people complained. Okay, so now I want you to add the embossed colored cardstock mat to the card front with dimensionals. So a little bit different. We're going to add those layers with dimensionals. When you are done with clue number 5, type done 5. If you're just now joining me, I apologize for the froggy throat, but I do have a cold. I don't feel bad today. I did yesterday, but I don't feel bad today, so that's a good sign. So when you're done with clue number 5, let me know by typing done 5. I love my card today. It is simple, it is quick. It can be used for anything. And as y'all know, we're all using different supplies, so your card is going to look different than mine. And after the live is over, you're invited to share your card on Facebook. You can share it on my Stampin' Up! Business page, Sharon Armstrong Stampin' Up! Independent Demonstrator, or if you're in either one of my Facebook groups, my Mystery Stamping TxStampin Sharon's Mystery Stampers or TxStampin Sharon Stamping Friends. You can post your cards there as well so that we can all ooh and ah over them. And then after you take that picture, make sure that you put that card in the mail to someone. Pam says, I just walked in the front door from work when you came on, so have none of my supplies at my fingertips. Aw, Pam. Well, you know what you can do. You can just keep watching and then watch the replay and go back and make your card. Okay, I think you guys are all done with clue number 5. Now I want you to stamp your sentiment on the basic white scrap. Use punches, dies, paper trimmer to cut out the sentiment layer. Barbie says, I like embossing both layer and designer series paper together. Nice effect. Yes. We love embossing our designer series papers, don't we? Brooks says, Congress has to approve a time change law. Florida voted several years ago to end it and stay on daylight savings time all year. Still hasn't happened. Wow, that's so funny. Yay, Kayleen, I'm so glad that you always send yours to someone. I usually end up sending mine to people who place a Stampin' Up! Order on my website. I always send thank you cards, and I send a card that they can reuse. So just continue sharing the love. That's what I do. Sue says, only have the mini dimensionals, putting on a lot. Oh, Sue, I am picturing the array of tiny little mini dimensionals. That's funny. When you're done with 6, let me know. Okay, I'm seeing some dones with 6. Let me see just a few more. Since we have about 144 with us, I know some of you are watching, and that's perfectly fine. Because some of you are using dies to cut yours out. You know, sometimes we're cranking that die cutting machine and it takes a few more minutes longer than everybody else, and we want to give you time to do that. I know, Mary, I agree. We should just all do like Arizona, and there's another state. Was it Hawaii that doesn't change? And is it Idaho, Ohio? There's another state that doesn't change. The last 2 clues are a bit blurry. Well, Margot, I don't know why. You hear the dog? Yeah, he wants to go outside, so I was getting my husband to let him outside. He either wants to go outside or he wants to eat because he thinks it's normal eating time. I don't know why it's blurry. I'm looking on my screen, it's not blurry. If my screen is blurry to you, if the camera is blurry, you may want to go out and come back in. There, I knew it was Hawaii, but I thought there was another one, Mary, that didn't do time change. Did something drop? No, nothing dropped. I'm fine, Vicki. I'm fine. All right, clue number 7. Now I want you to use the colored cardstock scrap and create a mat for the sentiment layer, again, using punches, dies, or the paper trimmer. Oh, okay, Vermont and Montana. Okay, those are the other 2. Congress has to approve the time changes. Well, okay, so Pam says it's not blurry on hers. Oh, Gail, your ex-husband's funeral is tomorrow. I am so sorry. I know that even though he's your ex-husband, I know that that's a sad day for you. Montana or Wyoming does not change. Well, eventually maybe we will all be like that, because that would be super nice. Ontario is doing the last time change this year. Oh, that's good. That's awesome. All right, when you're done with clue number 7, type done 7. Deborah's done with 7. Let me see some more. Okay. Clue number 8. Do you have any dies to cut out some additional items to add to your card front? You know, if you have some leaves or flowers, I want you to add something else if you have it. If you don't have it, don't worry about it. But if you do, it's going to add to your card. And when you're die cutting, don't forget about glimmer papers, foils, anything to make it sparkle or pop. Those are always fun elements to add to any card. So yeah, I'm just gonna leave it at that. So that's clue number 8. Oh, Helen, I hear you. I don't like it getting dark early either. It's nice to get up and it's not dark in the morning, but that's gonna change soon. It'll all be dark. Yay, Sue is all caught up. Okay. Oh, I'm seeing more. Joe Phillips says, I would like to see what it looks like, please. We're almost done. We're almost done. If you are adding a die cut, then go ahead and add that to your card front. If you don't, just say done with 8. If you've already added it, just say done with 8. Does that answer your question, Marcia? Margaret is done with 5, 6, 7, 8. Sue says, may take a while for clue number 8, but I'm good. All right, we're gonna move on to clue number 9. I want you to add the sentiment layer to the card front. Remember that we have an embossed card front, or an embossed layer. That basic white is embossed. So you do need to add it with liquid glue or a good strong adhesive so that it doesn't pop off. Marcia, it should be on the basic white layer. Yes, the big piece. Mary says, I like fall, winter mornings because we don't change our clocks in the summer here in Arizona. Sun comes up at 4 in the morning and it comes up near at 7 now. Yes, I remember those days. I remember those days. Pamela stamped and colored a small image and then she fussy cut it. Yes, don't forget those snips. You can add anything with a pair of snips. And now we have another dog who wants to go outside. All right, when you're all done with clue number 9, type done 9. I'm sorry? They want to eat. Yeah, I figured. They just want to eat. They don't want to go outside. We were just talking about that. Not what's pegged, but it's gorgeous now. I'm so glad, Brenda. I was gathering all the things that I wanted to show you that I used for my card because sometimes y'all want to know. Oh gosh, Angie's dog heard my dogs barking. Oh, that's too funny. Barbie says, my dog has forgotten how to bark. Well, if he listens to my dogs, he might remember. Oh yeah. All right, how are we doing on 9? Clue number 10. Add embellishments to the white layer. That white layer might look a little bare, and I found that mine needed a few little embellishments, so I added those. Bonnie says, totally awesome. Mary Yates says, I love the dog. When you're done with clue number 10, type done 10. Oh gosh, Donna's dog went looking for the barking dog. I know, they sure do. That my dogs can cause an uproar for you guys. I'm so sorry. It's like when you're watching TV and they ring a doorbell, my dogs go crazy. Or if a dog is barking on TV, my dogs go crazy. They want to know, where's that dog at? Hello, Linda Carver. Liked, saved, and shared outside helping hubby to do leaves, and the time made me late. Well, it is the fall, and it is time to do those leaves. All right, when you're all done with clue number 10, type all done. Your card is all done. Okay. So it is time for me to show you my card and what I used. What do you think? Sweet little simple card that can be used for so many occasions. Ernie, you can attach the sentiment with dimensionals or liquid glue because this layer is embossed, okay? So we want to make sure that that does not pop off. But that is my card. And for my sentiment layer, I used the double oval punch. Okay, I stamped my sentiment, which came from Forever Fern. Hello. Oh, Brenda went a little rogue on her card. That's always approved, always approved. And then I took the Forever Fern or Forever Flourishing dies, and I used this big one. And I had not used the black glimmer paper, and I was like, it's so pretty. And I felt like it really made the sparkle. Oh, can y'all see the sparkle? There we go. Just really made that sparkle and pop. The black paper is from the Pattern Party Designer Series papers that I absolutely love. It does have the black and white sides, and Diane says, well, thought today was the day I could finally meet you for Mystery Monday. However, I got to help hold the ladder so hubby could clean the gutters. There you go. It's the fall. We got those leaves. So this paper is so pretty. It is a hostess only item, but there's so much in here. There's 48 sheets of paper, and I find myself, this is like my go-to paper that I grab a lot. So I just wanted to share everything with y'all. And the other thing I wanted to share is that Stampin' Up! Is offering a way for you to save $50. You get $125 worth of product. You only pay $75. So the program is called Start With Savings. It runs until the end of November. And I would be not doing my job if I did not tell you that, because that's a big deal to save that kind of money. Patricia used Forever Fern too. Thank you, Helen. I hope I feel better soon too. Sue Ackerman says, I really love the clean look, but using those textured items, doesn't it make it pretty, Sue? Barbie says, one of my favorite patterns, my favorite stamp sets, I have it. I love Forever Fern. Pamela says, I use Pattern Party as well, but used a color sheet. And see, that's what's so great about this pack of paper. This paper, Vicki, is called Pattern Party, and it's a hostess item. So when you and your friends have 150, well, I think you have to have $180 order. You get this for free. It's an $18 hostess value, but there's 48 sheets in here. So if you and your friends go in together and want to do a party, I can do a book party, I can do a party in a box. I've done all kinds of things to help you get those orders so that you can earn this paper for free. So, okay. Thank you, Joannie. I'm glad you love my card. Thank you. Virginia says, I use the sentiment from In the Moment. That would be a good one. The stamp set that was in the swag box for the Stampin' Up! On Stage. In the Moment. Why didn't I think of that one? That would have been good. So On Stage starts on Thursday, and we got a swag box that had a stamp set in it, and we also got another stamp set that we get to play with. It's buried underneath all my stuff. I was going to show you, but you'll see it. I've been playing with some card ideas with it, and then we'll have more ideas once On Stage comes. So, all right. Thank you, guys. I think I'm done. I think I made it through Mystery Monday, but I think that's it. So